Gold and silver prices fell sharply on Wednesday, erasing 2024's early gains despite political violence spreading across the Middle East from Israel, Gaza, and the Red Sea to Iran and Lebanon, as betting on steep U.S. interest rate cuts in 2024 receded. Down almost $25 to a three-week low of $2,040 per troy ounce against a rebounding U.S. dollar, and trading $100 below the all-time record gold price spike of this time last month. The drop in the safe haven precious metal was outpaced by more industrially useful silver, down 3.6% to four-week lows at $23.05. Whether it's sober January or everyone's back from vacation, says Bloomberg correspondent Lisa Abramowicz, it feels like this week is becoming a gut check to the past 9 weeks of euphoria over interest rate cuts from the U.S. Federal Reserve. Ahead of Wednesday's U.S. job openings data and the release of meeting minutes from the Fed's December no-change decision, betting that the U.S. central bank will cut dollar interest rates at its end January meeting has now sunk from almost 1 in 5 positions to barely 1 in 10 since this time last week, according to the CME Derivatives Exchange's FedWatch tool. While March remains the consensus bet for the first cut, betting on no change that month has now risen from 1 in 10 to more than 1 in 4. With gold priced in the dollar losing 0.9% for the day, the U.S. currency rose for a fifth session, running on the FX market from last week's 5-month lows. European stock markets, meanwhile, lost over 1% on average, after the U.S. Nasdaq 100 Tech Index dropped 1.7% on the first trading session of 2024 on Tuesday, falling further from Christmas week's new all-time high. With Western investment sentiment towards gold and silver at record lows in 2023, Tuesday's $5 gain the global gold price saw giant bullion-backed ETF trust fund. The GLD shrink yet again, as shareholders took profit, dropping in size back towards November's multi-year lows. Silver's largest such ETF, the iShares SLV product, also shrank, down by another 0.1% yesterday to its smallest in a month. Already flooded with customer selling, the formerly hot gold coin and small bar markets of Germany and Austria continue to see heavy profit-taking, according to goldreporter.de, with retailers offering to buy back only at significant discounts to the bullion price. 2 explosions in Kerman Cemetery, central Iran, were meantime reported to have killed at least 20 people attending a martyr memorial today for Lieutenant General Qasem Soleimani, killed by a U.S. drone in Iraq's capital Baghdad 4 years ago, and whose funeral in January 2020 saw at least 40 mourners die in a stampede. Israel's military says it is on high readiness for any scenario, after 7 officials from Hamas were killed in a drone strike in southern Beirut, a stronghold of Iran-backed Hezbollah in Lebanon, including the political terrorist group's deputy leader, Saleh al-Aruri. We need to use more force, be less humanitarian in Gaza, says Israeli ruling coalition politician and former representative to the United Nations Danny Damon, a member of the Likud party, which just lost a high court ruling against its plans to block judicial review of government decisions. Early Wednesday, Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen attacked another container vessel in the Red Sea, where global shipping giant Maersk resuspended its fleet's transit yesterday, rerouting traffic around the Cape of Good Hope and adding 10 almost days to Asia-Europe cargo. Russia, meanwhile, claimed its air defenses thwarted another overnight drone attack by Ukraine on the western city of Belgorod. We're going to intensify the strikes. No crime against civilians will rest unpunished, said Russia's President Vladimir Putin, following Ukraine's weekend attacks. Next year, the enemy will feel the wrath of domestic production, countered Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, adding that his military is now ready to use F-16 fighter jets, donated by a raft of NATO member states, including Norway and Poland. Pro-Kremlin Bosnian Serb separatist leader Milorad Dodik, who last week rebuked U.S. warnings against breaking up the 1995 Dayton peace deal in the former Yugoslavia, today said He will commemorate the 9th of January proclamation of a Bosnian Serb republic made 3 years earlier, which escalated the descent into war. Euro gold prices fell less steeply than dollar bullion, down towards 2023's record high finish at €1,870 per troy ounce, while the UK pound gold price hit 1-week lows at £1,616. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel.